Hey guys, Ihasnotomato here, welcome you to some more Team Fortress 2 commentary stuff. And today we're going to do something a little bit different. This is live commentary first off, so sorry if I stutter or dogs bark or something like that. Today I'm basically going to be just going over my loadouts and builds for all of my classes, because I see a lot of people on YouTube do this kind of stuff, and I actually find it really interesting. I know it's not for everyone, and like this is kind of like a video that I can quickly kind of make while I work on bigger stuff, TF2 related bigger stuff. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm just going to go through all of my classes here, show you my loadouts, and talk about why I use certain builds and things like that, and items and blah blah blah. And I'm going to do it in the order. I'm not going to go from left to right or right to left. I'm just going to go from the class I play the least to the class I play the most. So in case if you want to see my pyro stuff, it will be at the end of the video. I'll probably have links on the screen to each class if you don't want to watch individuals, so all of them at once. So yeah, and this is probably going to be a longish video, but you know. So starting off, we're going to go straight to Demo Man. Now, Demo Man, I don't know, man. I really don't play Demo Man. He's easily my least favorite class as of right now. I should mention that when I say least played to most played, I'm talking about as of recently. But to be fair, I've never really liked playing Demo Man for multiple reasons. The main reason being is I kind of despise the sticky bomb launcher, because sticky spamming is a thing and it's like the ultimate counter to just about everything ever, and I dislike using it out of a thing. And I know you're like, why am I using the sticky bomb launcher? I don't even have any good variations. It's because I just don't play him, man. I don't like Demo Knights very much, because like just playing it because I don't know, I don't like the vulnerability of just running around with a sword. Like honestly, like I'm wearing I'm using the Headless Horseman's Head Taker because I don't know, it's my favourite sword. I'm using the Iron Bomber because it's interesting. Like, actually, sometimes I've been using this. I use it in a video of mine. Which one was that? I think that was actually the new pyro weapon idea. Because this looks kind of interesting, but really, I just don't play him. I do have, however, a coloured Professor's Pineapple and the Willy Wonka's hat. This is when they first came out, both of these items, and I painted them, well, obviously not when that first came out, but when that became a possibility. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to make it this. So, yeah, that's kind of it. And I love Dangerous too. I don't think I have any, I don't have any special taunts. However, I should go over a couple of things in regards to all of my classes. I always have my taunts in a particular order, so they're always the same with each class. So, you know, these are the ones that everyone has. I don't have any particular thing with the Demo Man, because I really don't play him, man. I don't think I even have anything. Oh no, yeah, here's a more Demo Knight thing, a pirate Demo Knight. There you go. I like using the Head Taker. I'm not too partial to any of the other swords or anything like that, personally. Really not my kind of thing, personally. But you know, there's my Demo Knight build if you're curious. I really like Blind Justice and the Dangerous too. But I mean, like, there's really not much to say about the Demo Man. This is a kind of half build. I used to have the hat that went with this set. What is it called? The Scotch bonnet, but I crafted it because I didn't play it and I didn't care. And then absolutely nothing. So I know it's not the most interesting build in the world, but like I said, I'm starting off with the least interesting class for me. And, like, there is just so many reasons I don't play Demo Man, but it's just not my favourite play style, to be honest. It's just not a character I play very much. But I should bear in mind that he's a special case, because I really don't play him. Every other class I play like at least twice as much as him. Which, going to our next one, we have Soldier. Soldier is another case of which I change around his items a lot. I'm using this High Roller's rocket launcher because I really like the way it looks, but I'll often use the direct hit because it's strange. Because I have strange syndrome. That's actually a topic I want to make for a video, where essentially it's basically this thing that I like to use stranges, and even though I have other weapons, if they're not strange, I don't want to use them. But I'm using this right now because, you know, I do like using the normal rocket launcher occasionally, just so I can actually rely on splash damage and stuff. But I really don't play Soldier that much, primarily because, like, well, other than the fact it doesn't really interest me as a class, and I can never choose what items I'm going to choose. So, like, I can't really talk about which ones I'm using right now, because I kind of just change them depending on how I feel. Like, there's so many soldier mains. Like, you will never ever go on a server and not find at least like 2 soldiers or something like that. There's always soldiers, and it just, I don't know. It's, for me, it's like, I don't find them all that challenging, you know, just shoot rockets at people. And it is a class that I play occasionally for just fun. You're like, oh, I'm just going to play soldier and shoot people with a rocket launcher. That sounds fun. But it's just, I don't know. It's not my cup of tea, personally. Rocket jumping, I'm alright at and all that, you know, like... Actually, well, that's for the pyro shooter, but I mean... You know, I'll often switch between shotguns and banners and some... I used to use the gunboats all the time, actually, because, like... because I just didn't need to think about it, so it's just rocket jump around the place. Using the escape plan right now, like, it's all just conditioned from whatever my last game was. I do have the Sergeant's Drill hat. This is one of my favourite hats for the soldier, if not the favourite. I also switched between a full metal drill hat a lot, but this one's vintage because I actually got it when before it was vintage, so you know. This I'm wearing purely because I have it. This is my absolute favourite soldier misc, the Lord Coxswain's Novelty Mutton Chops and Pipe, because I just think it looks really cool. If this isn't probably my ideal soldier, I'd probably give him a different clothing thing, but like I said, I really don't play him that often to care. Here's the more actual Lord Coxswain, although technically I should be using this, I believe. And does Camling logo of this set? I actually honestly can't remember. That doesn't sound right to me. Whatever. Did he have a thing? I don't think so. But I mean, yeah, you know, kind of switching around builds a bit. Like, honestly, like classes this early on, I really don't. I've got a bit of a thing going on. I was going to do this kind of samurai soldier a while ago, but you know, not really a thing. When did I get this? Crafted by Zbik. I don't know. I really don't know about that. I just have a Killer Skabuda, I don't remember. I didn't really enjoy the Ihasnotomato actually, I love the idea of it, but then they changed it. It used to be honor bound, you couldn't unsheath it until you got a kill, and now it's like once drawn sheathing deals 50 damage to yourself. You know, that's alright, but like, I don't know. I do like to play soldier more often than Demo Man, definitely, but what the fuck is going on with this one? I don't even know. But look, it's just, I don't know. I'll play him very rarely. And I do actually have the Fresh Brewed Victory. I think it's because I unboxed it. That's a pretty good one. But anyway, that's Soldier. So next, I think the next 3 are kind of tied for the amount I play them. So Soldier, Demo Man I never play. Soldier I really don't play that much. The next 3 I play occasionally, you know, way more often probably than both Soldier and Demo Man combined. But there's no particular order, so I just kind of went a random order. So versus Sniper. Now, my Sniper, I'm actually really happy with the way he looks now. For the longest time, he looked like trash, but now I've finally got this kind of cool cowboyish look-ish to him. I don't know, I really just love the Lone Star and the Falcon and the support spurs. You know, it's kind of got that cowboy thing going on. I got the butt penetrator here because it was traded to me, but if when I'm using a sniper rifle, I'll use this. Not that many kills on it, only 52. Because I really love the idea of like the headshot wound. The thing is with me in bot killers, I never use like, this is the top quality diamond bot killer. I just use whatever bot killer I think looks good. Like for instance, you might notice the main flamethrower I use is a rusty flamethrower bot killer, and the reason I use it is because I love the idea of a rusty bot killer flamethrower. I don't much care for any of the others. I also got this kind of recently, so I only got 52. I used to use the Machina a lot, but I mean, like, everyone uses the Machina, as well as the Oberhand. These two, you see all the time. And then when it comes to using the Huntsman, I'll use the butt penetrator, because why not? So I like to do it sometimes. Although, so coming into my Sniper, pretty much the only... Whoa, sorry about that, got a message on Facebook. Can't really do much about that right now, unfortunately. Yeah, but with Sniper, I'll pretty much always be switching out my thing between Sniper Rifle and Huntsman, because honestly I like them both a lot. I love changing the 2 styles, and I will always have these 2 items. These are my Sniper bread and butter, and it is for everyone. Girardi and Bushwhacker. Bushwhacker is very recent, once again, so I only got 14 kills. The strange version, of course. I've had a Girardi for a while, there's only 280 victims, even though it's really easy, but I don't play Sniper that often, like I said. Another reason is because everyone plays Sniper, you know. It's always, you either see snipers who are terrible and just going Sniper because, you know, they want to, and then you have 50 snipers in a match, or people who are legitimately really fantastic at Sniper. or hackers. Although they just the other day, yesterday or the day before, they finally banned all the Lamau box users, so that's really cool news. But yeah, the 1-2 punch of the Girardi and Bushwhacker is just like, I love that shit more than anything in the world. It's almost like, I don't really want to say it aloud, but almost like nerf-worthy, but just because you can pretty much one-shot just about any class. I mean, like, I think it's pretty fair because you gotta, you know, use your Girardi wisely, so you're not wasting it. But yeah, when it comes to secondaries and stuff, I will sometimes use this, but it's not strange. So, you know, I really don't care for any of the other sniper items. I don't like getting into sniper duels that often because, like, I feel like too often snipers, that's all they do. They pretty much just halve how many people are in the game because they're just fighting with each other. I like to be the sniper who actually shoots out, you know, classes that are quite a threat, you know, like soldiers and shit like that, just that are causing trouble for my team because I'm a team player. Don't have a specific tool for him. Yeah, sometimes you'll find that I kind of have my Halloween set on the second, on B, but, you know, not all that often. That looks really weird with the zombie skin, actually. The silver bullets there. I don't know why. Maybe they just look normally weird. Yeah, usually I'll have like a Halloween thing on B, but I've been changing it a bit recently, so, you know. That was when I was using the Machina back in the day. Here we got the Crocodile Dundee build, whatever it's called, I forget. You know, because sometimes these slots are just dedicated to just a certain thing. I don't know what's going on there. Just the Bizarre Bargain, that's a bit weird. I'm going to take that off so it doesn't feel weird. But yeah, like the thing is, usually I'll just, when I'm changing out my builds and stuff, I'll just change it in slot A because I'm just used to it. Because back in the day when I first started playing TF2, there was no B, C, and D. It was just one, you know? Actually, when I first started playing, there wasn't even hats, but, you know, whatever. So that's my sniper. You know, I don't play him too often, but when I do, it's usually playing with a sniper rifle or having a bit of a fun time with a huntsman. It kind of depends on how I want to play. I suppose if I really wanted to win, I wouldn't even play sniper, but, like, sniper rifle for when I'm more wanting to support my team, huntsman for more when I'm just having a giggle. Okay, next we're going to go to Scouts. Now, Scout, I've actually been playing a bit more recently. Scouts are kind of the bane of everyone in a certain way because they're so fucking fast and annoying, but at the same time, it is fun being that fast and annoying. So for those of you who play Don't Starve, you might be able to tell I'm doing a bit of a Wilson look here. That's what I'm trying for. I actually, you know, splurged for both the Digital Divulgers and the Fast Learner when the Wilson Weave came out because it's just so... I love it. I love Don't Starve. It's a great, great game. And yeah, my Scout looks like that. So normally I have the handshake on, but I've been, as you can probably tell, I was fiddling around with you know, 1-2 punch with the flying guillotine and the Sandman, which I'm terrible at, but most people are. I feel, which is basically, for those of you who don't know, the guillotine does critical hits against stun players, so you stun them with the Sandman. Yeah. The guillotine has just the worst hitbox in the game for me. I don't know, I'm terrible at it. But yeah, usually I'll have the ham shank because it fits the theme. I do like theming my classes, especially from like kind of now on. The Scout onwards, I'm going to have, well, actually the Sniper. They're all got kind of themes to them. You'll notice a couple of trends that I have in regards to classes. So for instance, I'll always almost give them something on their chest because I like to kind of, I feel like that's a really big area. They'll always have a hat and then the misc is kind of up to something else. That's going to be really annoying. I'm sorry about that. Maybe I'll cut it out. Hold on, guys. Apologies about that. I have now turned off my Facebook thing so it won't bloody make messages. This is the problem with live commentary, I suppose. Even though I do it for literally 3 other series on this channel, which wouldn't be out yet. Ooh, yes. Anyway. Now, I'll almost primarily always use the stock scattergun. The reason I'm using this is because I actually unboxed it. That's why it's only field tested. The first red and only red that I have ever unboxed, which was really, really cool. But it's, of course, not strange, which, yeah, not that many kills in it, but, yeah, I don't know, like, I'm actually fine with this not being strange, because I like that it's kind of, it is a reward, kind of, for me. It's something I unbox and, like, it's mine, you know? It's actually a pretty unique Killer Bee as well, because the stripes are going kind of forward, so you can't even tell that's doing the thing, but, yeah, you know, that's it. Can you, no, you can't do it in this menu. Alright, whatever. I kind of dislike every other scattergun. I don't understand the point of this extra jumping. I never really understood that. The Force Nature was good when it came out and everyone was using it, and then it kind of became annoying, and it's like, and the Backscatter, I just, whatever. I do like the Shortstop though. Haven't used it in a long time because I actually think that maybe B? No. Halloween build again. Yeah, not much going on there. I got the Kappa. With my secondary, I probably changed it out a lot. Probably mainly between pistols, the milk, and the flying guillotine. Yeah. That should be mutated milk if we're doing Halloween, I reckon. Yeah. In the unarmed combat. Most of the time Halloween builds don't look very good because I don't really invest that much in Halloween items because it's very kind of, you know, they're so exclusive, you know, so why should I bother going to get really cool, make a really cool set when I'm not even going to be able to show them off half the time. But you know, there's that. There's the Milkman set. I got this when it first came out, and that's why it's not usable in crafting. I just bought the whole set, and I really like it. I used to do this, have the Milkman set for the longest time, really, just playing Milkman Scout because it was fun. I love slapping people with a fish, and yeah, I had the Milkman. My milk was delicious. Let me just check real quick. No, I don't have any specific Scout talent. Didn't think so. And here's my kind of I don't know, mobster Scout, I guess. Champ stand, try and trick it, and I feel like that 70s Chapeau, whatever. I don't know. I think that's from Hitman. That's the kind of set I'm going for. This is actually the set for that, the guillotine 1-2 punch thing. But yeah, I don't really use that. Like I said, once again, whenever I change my items around, it's usually just in the first slot because I can't be bothered switching between builds. But when we get into later builds, like my three main characters, I guess you could say, classes, we'll be seeing a bit more actual action going on in terms of builds. Next we have Heavy. Now, with my Heavy, I'm going for a very Russian vibe. Very kind of, you know, I don't know the word. Just kind of Soviet KGB, I don't know, fucking very professional Heavy. Because, like, I love the idea of, like, because everyone that's, like, dresses up, like, sexy Heavy or stupid Heavy or something. I like the professional Heavy. I think that looks really cool. I've got the unshaved bear and the genuine Officer's Shushanka. That's from getting the action figure of the Heavy. And the Commissar's Code was actually unboxed. Just that's like the coolest Heavy misc ever, honestly. I don't know why I have the Gru on. I actually really don't like them. I don't know why, they just don't suit my playstyle. I love though the Fist of Steel. Yes, I have the Civic Duty because it kind of works with the set. This is my favorite shotgun skin that they recently came out with. Don't ask me why. It just looks so sleek that it kind of looks like a new weapon to me. I really like it. I do not know why, and I feel like it suits this build. But when I'm not using it, I use my genuine Robo Sandwich, baby. And I mean genuine. I have the real life sandwich that this came with, and that's how I have this. So that works pretty well. I don't really use that too much often on this build, but you know, I like to kind of show it off to people because it's super fucking cool. It's a Robo Sandwich. Not many people have that. I think it's a really rare item. Then I got my Coffin Nail minigun, factory new, because I like getting factory new things. That's why this is also factory new, because it just looks really nice. Yeah, I'm pretty much stock miniguns all the way. So I got this. It actually looks like a giant cigarette and looks really nice. Got a little stat track there. Not that many kills. Once again, kind of new. Getting quite a few kills in Civic Duty. This was you can put in like 4 classes. Yeah, I like stock. I really don't care much for, you know, the Atomic Slab. It just feels wrong to me, and Brass Beast is way too slow. Natasha's just kind of a dick move, and Hulong Heat is just kind of a. Actually, usually what works probably better for this build is the Iron Curtain. I really love the Iron Curtain. But you know, got this. It's strange. Well, it has a strange stat clock. So yeah, that's kind of the main thing about my Heavy. I pretty much got the Kozlowski kick when I was building this build because it's perfect. Look at this. There's nothing better than this. Alright, other builds. Okay, yep, here's Halloween build. Yeah. It's stupid, but whatever. Like I said, Halloween build. I love this, the fucking fancy spellbook and the last bite mixed in with each other. The best build I think is like you get the last bite and then the ghosts of sandwich past or whatever it is. So it's like there's the coffin and there's the ghost. I don't know. Kind of reminds me of the okay, we're gonna stop that It kind of reminds me of the Cyclops from Castle Crashers, because he's got the coffin. Yeah. Anyway, this is, I don't know what I'm going with this build. This is like the hibernating bear set. All of this is. I do actually have the robot version of that. I guess that's the hat. That's supposed to go with the set, but I'm not using it for some reason. I don't know why. A lot of items you might see me use, especially on like other builds, is apologies if I get to my vintage hound dog. This used to be my favorite heavy hat because it was one of 3 that he had or something. Things like the Sandstorm Skewer, because I just have it from like, yeah, achievement item. It's like I'm using it. It's actually a pretty cool item. It almost looks like I could pull it out, but you can't. So you know. Honestly, I have no idea why I'm using the Balloonicon on this build. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. And this is supposed to be my kind of professional mobster heavy. It's not really working. I got a mobster build there, but this is the closest thing I have to a mobster looking class build from. Because like obviously I don't invest much. It's just kind of like throwing together what items I already have. I really don't use the builds. I just use it to kind of fill up a slot, honestly. But yeah, this is definitely my heavy right now. My favorite kind of thing for him, and yeah, I really like it. The only thing I really ever swap out is the shotgun for the Robo Sandwich. Yeah, I love the Fist of Steel because it's just like, a lot of people don't understand it. You pull it out and they're just like, they try and shoot you. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna smack you in the face. But anyway. Next, we have the Spy. I've been playing a bit more Spy recently. My Spy, I'm not very happy in particularly with how he looks right now. I actually earned this hat when I was playing MVM. Earbuds, and whenever you see earbuds, that's me definitely just filling in a slot. But the Blood Banker, for sure, that's my 100% favorite Spy misc. Because it looks so fucking awesome, very professional. Yeah, I really don't know what I'm doing with my Spy right now, where I want him to go. Probably get like the spats maybe. I need to find a good hat for him. That's what I need to do. I mean, because the earbuds just don't look right on him either. But anyway, it doesn't matter. And I don't use the I don't use the canteen or anything on some classes because I actually think it takes away from the look. So that's why I'm not using on this, because he's supposed to be professional, doing this kind of professional kind of thing. Now, as for his items, I like to use Let's Make Some Noise because it's a lol of a video. I know everyone hates the red tape recorder now, but whatever. I still enjoy it. I like what it does. It's called Let's Make Some Noise because if you slow down the noise that it makes, it actually says Let's Make Some Noise. It's stupid, I know, but whatever. Got a strange Cloak and Dagger, also a strange Dead Ringer. I probably use Dead Ringer way more often, obviously, because I used to do this build because it used to be fucking fantastic. And ever since they changed the Enforcer, that build's kind of gone out the window. I still do this occasionally, but I don't know. This was kind of for more when I was like good at Spy, but after I didn't play for a really long time, I realized that I'm really not good enough at Spy to make this build work. For those of you who don't know, this basically, I can't turn invisible whenever I want, and I can't disguise whenever I want, so I have to kind of really be careful with that. So I'll pretty much change these two all the time. I want to get in a strange normal knife, because as much as I do absolutely love your Eternal Reward, I love it. I love the concept of it. I always felt like this was the new Spy knife that we needed. Like, this should have almost been the Sniper vs Spy update. I think it's the idea of the mechanics is that fantastic. I don't like any of the other knives. I mean, I like the default variations, but the Spicicle is obviously, being a Pyromane, makes me want to kill myself. I want to just grot myself right here, because this shit, god damn, I hate it. And these two, I just like, more health, it's more for a battle Spy kind of thing, where you're going more aggressive, and this is speed boost, is trying to run away quicker, I guess. I just don't care for it that much. I'm more of a... I like to kind of go do two different builds. A bit more aggressive with this kind of thing, and a bit more stealthy with this kind of thing. I like to use the Black Rays because not many people have it. Because I'm the kind of Spy who I would probably never show you gameplay for, because it's also the reason I'm using the Latrenga, because I like being invisible and watching movements and stuff. I like to just sit there and watch and wait for an opportunity rather than take every opportunity, you know, and be generally good at spy. I'm not that kind of spy. I like to play spy when I want a really different kind of way of playing. I just want to sneak around and be invisible and hang out, you know, and just be a sneaky fucker. You know, I just really enjoy that kind of stuff. That's why I'll probably never make a spy video, because it'd be boring for everyone. And I just use the Lotranga because the 15 extra cloak, no, 40% extra cloak is a lot, particularly for things like the Dead Ringer and stuff, and I really, really appreciate and need that kind of shit, so, yeah. Got the Bio-Life taunt.
Here, that's what you're worth.
I actually don't even know when I got this. I think I might have unboxed it, but, yeah.
Here,
Good taunt.
keep the change.
I think the rest of the builds, yeah, that was me attempting to try and make all my different builds they use, but didn't really work. Oh, but this, okay, dude, you gotta stop right now. This is my absolute favorite spy build of items, the Invisible Man, but they're all Halloween exclusive. I would wear this all the time, including the Intangible Ascot. Well, actually, what does that look like with the Bloodbreaker? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. But I love it so much. It just works together so well. I would use it all the fucking time. But it's Halloween only, and it's just like, oh, man. But, yeah, I love the way this looks, and I love like the idea of the Invisible Man, like in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, for instance, if anyone's seen that movie. It's so good. Yeah. So, potentially, like, basically, the same items in all of them, but if I had the choice, I'd look like this, or at least use like the undercover or something, because I like the hat on it. Like, the only reason I'm using the Stealth Stealer right now is purely because it's fucking, I got it, but it looks really bad. I think it's not properly, like, because I also have, there you go, Fancy Dora. I mean, I don't know, whatever. Doesn't matter for me really. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not a very good spy. And honestly, like, when it comes to cosmetics, a spy, you're going to be invisible or disguised 90% of the time, so no one really see, especially if you're me. No one's going to, the idea is no one's going to see you, so, you know. Okay, next we have Medic. We're going into my last three. So, basically what I've been trying to do is, I've been trying to kind of main a class from each category, so that's offensive, defensive, and support. So this is my support class that I like playing the most. It's Medic, because I like helping people. Sometimes I don't really want to focus on killing, I want to just assist. And like, that's a legitimate thing. I really do just enjoy running around and healing people. This is probably my preferred build as of right now. Things like the Ebola dispenser and this unremarkable Ubersaw, once again, I very recently got because I wanted to kind of complete this build. Same with this actually, the specialized quick fix, because I actually kind of underappreciated the quick fix until recently and realized actually this is my preferred medigun out of all of them. I used to use the normal one all the time. I mean, honestly, like, you got your three mains, which is the medigun, the crit streak, and the quick fix, and then Vaccinator or Vaccinator or whatever however you say it. It's good. I'm just not bad. I'm just not good at it. But yeah, I found that quick fix is definitely my favorite. I like healing people quickly and getting things done quickly, and I've gotten pretty good at timing my Ubers for that and all that shit. And I like the backpack. But anyway, so that's kind of why I use this medigun. When it comes to the primaries, I have never ever been able to use the Crusader's crossbow. My aim is just shit, and I just don't find it effective. I like having my Ebola dispenser. That wasn't named by me, by the way. That was when I got it. It was just named that. Although I like, usually when I get a name like that, I'll just keep it because it's funny. I've always used the Bloodsaga, just pretty much because ever since I got TF2, it's one of the first items that you get, really, because that's how many. There was only, when I started playing the game, there was only, let's see, about 9 weapons in the game, I think. Yeah, 3 for like 3 classes, and yeah, got that, and then I just pretty much never took it away. I only took away my Vince's Bloodsaga recently for this, because I just can't use the Crusader's crossbow. It's just not my style of play. I've gotten so used to this that I honestly don't know how to play Medic any other way. And the same goes for the Ubersaw. I do occasionally, I used to like using the Vitasaw for a little while. That's when I was using the Medigun, because that's really, really helpful in that regard. But Ubersaw's just my main bay. Because the medic, he's got the amputator, I guess, and the solemn vow. Yeah, no, Ubisoft for me, always has been, and for obvious reasons, you know. I guess it doesn't work incredibly well with the quick fix. It's not incredibly necessary, but once again, it's just habit at this point. I just have it because I'm just used to it. I've never gotten rid of it. Got to meet the medic taunt, but most people do, you know. Fairly good. As for builds, Quarter Wrangler, my favourite medic misc by far, because I love Quantum Conundrum, as I'm sure a lot of you know, considering I have a Let's Play of it. I just like the way that it looks as well, the build. I like the idea of medic with all these cords coming out of here. This looks really cool to me, and I love the backpack, like I said, for the quick fix. Using the quick fix only for sorry, only for fashion statements. Z goggles, probably my definite favourite medic hat, and blighted beak, one of my favourite masks. If I'm not using it, before I got the Quarter Wrangler, I was using my genuine Archimedes, because I have the real life Archimedes. Why am I using the Shred Alert taunt? Excuse me, go back to meet the medic. So yeah, not using Archimedes sometimes, but you know, what the fuck? God damn it, medic. Whatever, play guitar, I don't even care. And then the rest of the builds are pretty much just different miniguns. I changed out the items a bit so I can tell what build I'm at. So like there's my Archimedes, and there I'm using it. Oh, I have the vintage Tiger Lane, and I actually changed the description, so let's go say vintage twice. And Physician's Procedure Mask. Oh no, this is my Meet the Medic build. Excuse me. That's what I was going for here. I was trying to go for a classic medic, kind of Meet the Medic build. And this is something. I don't even know. This is my Machinator build, I guess. It's got the amputator because it's different and weird. I don't know what's going on here. This is weird. I don't know what I was thinking. Why am I wearing the badge? I never use badges in this game because actually probably the reason I use that, I like the Man vs Machine badges because they're big and you can see them. But every other badge in the game, I just find it too small. I mean, look at this. Tiny. No one would see that. The whole point of making yourself look like this to be bright and beautiful and everyone can see all your shit. What was that other badge I had? Probably using it because it had Archimedes on it. 2 seconds. There we go. So yeah, that's my medic. Been trying to play him a bit more often. The problem is, like, whenever I play medic, either like there's no one on the team that's like, it's like all snipers or some shit like that, or there's already too many medics, so you know. Next up we have Engineer. This is probably my second played class, which you can possibly tell why. I love playing Engineer, honestly, like, nowhere near Pyro, but at the same time still I've been playing him a ton. And I wouldn't even say it's because I have the unusual, my Welders Flash, which I actually think I unboxed in the video. I think that was from the Summer Cooler. You can check that out on my main channel. I'll probably have a link for it on screen. But no, I've been enjoying playing Engineer a lot. I've been doing a lot of changing up the build. No, not the build. Changing up the way I do things. My kind of strategy is building sentry guns in places that you'd never expect, and just seeing how that works. And it's really, really fun. You know, it's like, what the fuck is a sentry gun doing here? It killed me. That's why it's there. So I'll just go to the cosmetics first. Right now I'm using the Antarctic Researcher. I like using it because it's just my favourite kind of chest piece for the Engineer, because it looks very distinct and different. And the Brainiac hairpiece, once I got it, once again, it's one of those things where I just never got rid of it because I love it. And I think that I've kind of made myself somewhat of an Engineer look, which I could never get rid of, particularly the Welder's Flash and the Brainiac hairpiece, and of course the Hot Rod. I just renamed it Welder's Flash because I thought it was funny. Because if you actually have ever gotten Welder's Flash before, which I have, or like not permanent obviously, just kind of a brief thing because I'm an idiot and forgot to put down my welder's helmet one day, you do sort of get that effect in your eyes, so I thought that was kind of funny. Yeah, so you'll pretty much see with all my builds, this and that will be consistent. And I changed this once again to signify different builds. So right now I'm using the Rescue Ranger. I have a strange one because I have strange syndrome, man, and I knew that the Rescue Ranger would be incredibly useful for the way I was playing, so I could set down my sentry gun and, you know, shoot it from afar and be a little nub from halfway across the map, healing my sentry gun in a weird area. It's only got 20 kills because it's impossible to get fucking kills with this thing, especially for me. But, you know, that's kind of reason I have that. I have the Kappa because, you know, pistols. Basically what my builds are, I have a particular... Oh no, actually no, I pretty much only use the Kappa. Because I can't use the short circuit and I can't use the Wrangler. I just can't. I'm bad at them, alright? And the Kappa is good because it's, you know, a reskin, and I used to use it more full time, but yeah, I just can't. I cannot use the Wrangler and shit. It's just, I can't. There's nothing more to it, you know? I'm just bad at it. I'm really, really bad at it. There was a time, actually, I was trying to get an achievement or something. I can't even remember why I was using the Wrangler. I think, it was a contract. I was using the Wrangler, and there were people actually telling me, stop using the Wrangler, man. You're bad. I'm like, I know. I'm just trying to get the fucking achievement. Anyway, I have this silver bot killer here, which I actually once again got myself. I'm trying to get up to like 1,000 kills, and then I'm going to kind of upgrade it to a different bot killer, I'm thinking. So it's getting there, slowly but surely. The way I play, like, I don't know. With Engineer, you'd think you'd get more kills, and maybe it's just because I'm bad, although every time I go on servers, I'm usually better than most engineers. That's not my bragging, I'm just saying. But, because I can't stand putting it, sentry guns, in the normal place, like this is the sentry spot, because everyone knows that. So everyone will know that there's a sentry there, and then they will destroy it in 3 seconds, particularly if you're a demo man. And it's just like, I can't deal with that, so I've got to put it in weird places to catch people off guard, and I don't know, man. I don't know. So yeah, this is kind of my main build that I do a lot, but often I'll switch to this. So this is my rich bitch build, because I have my max set. I used to look like this for a really, really long time, because I thought it was funny, with that rabbit ears sticking out of it. Got my Civic Duty, once again, favourite shotgun. This kind of, just basically a more offensive engineer. I think this is my defense build, this is my offense build, I think. I don't know. But yeah, pretty much that simple. Just switching out the shotgun, hence the hat there. Yeah. Just trying to, I just love this shotgun, man. There's nothing more to it. Although, I should mention, I did use the Frontier Justice for a really, really, really long time until I got the Rescue Ranger. I know it's only got 352 kills, but that was before I kind of like, I want to play more Engineer. And I'm like, wow, I love playing Engineer. When it comes to primary weapons for the Engineer, Thompson's a dick move. Panic Attack I don't like in general. Even though I know they changed it and it's better now, I just still don't like it. And the Widowmaker is a fantastic shotgun. There's nothing wrong with it. I just shit at using it. I can't handle it not being able to reload. It's just weird to me. I don't know, man. Oh, also, of course, I got Ranter Relaxo, which I do enjoy using all the time. As for my C build, okay, we got the more Brainiac thing. This has the Eureka effect. Which actually, I used to have this had the Jag, and I was trying to do the switching build quick thing. Oops, just gonna take that off. I really don't use this build, but it was sort of like just a little joke build, so I could, you know, I was trying to do the quick spawn Eureka effect, make all buildings quickly before the round starts, sort of thing. By having I do have keyboard shortcuts for all my different builds, but you know. I just don't use it very much, just this kind of... It's really, this build just exists for the Eureka effect, which I don't like, but, you know, I do like the idea. It's, whatever, fuck it. I don't like using it normally. And this is, it's my first build, except with a different shotgun. That's weird. I don't know what's going on with that one. I think I had ideas for them, like, this should probably just be the Jag. Let's be honest. Build shit quickly at the beginning of the round. I don't know. But these are the two builds I use the most. Just these two. Alright? Offensive and defensive. So there you go. I never use the gunslinger. Not because I think it's shit or because it's annoying. I don't care. I think it's an item that is in the game and it can be fun. And the reason that I do not use it, very simply, is because I have Strange Syndrome. And I just gotta use my Strange Rinse, man. I used to have a normal Strange Rinse and then I got this. And I want to know the kills I'm getting are going towards it. If you're wondering why I don't get a Strange Gunslinger, then obviously you haven't looked at the price for Strange Gunslingers. So, yeah. And finally we are at the piece de resistance. This one has the most thought and time into it. I stayed off before because even though I just showed you the order of my classes that I play recently, that's not actually true necessarily. You look at my stats, you'll realize that it's kind of all over the place. there's a story behind everything. Even the reason Demoman is that much is because I left the game on for a very long time one time. And we've had a lot of hours, but and the medic's all the way down here. Look, it's a long story, but all you need to look at is the pyro. I play pyro twice as much as at least the engineer, etc., etc. Whatever. There's my stats. If you were so curious, I have not changed them since I got the game years ago. But I have also altered them in some ways by going to random servers and doing strange things to my classes. So that's why, for instance, Demoman has this many points in one life or something. Like it's all over the place, man. Just don't even ask. But anyway, let's get straight into it. You can probably even tell looking at items in inventory: 118, 126, 119, 123, 111, 108, 117, 113, 142. So. Yes, okay, going straight into my pyro. Now, for each of my builds, I actually plan on making a video about talking about them in particular. But this is my pyro right here. Well, actually, more specifically, it probably looks more like this. This is my main build. Build right here. This is me, my pyro, my babe. I've made a whole video about why I love the normal flamethrower. This is Rusty. He's getting there. 2,686 kills, 939 allies extinguished, 298 pyros killed. I should also mention that, you know, these kill streak strange parts were added later on. But yeah, Rusty's my main man. Like I said, you might be wondering, like, why don't you use like a gold bot killer or a diamond bot killer? I love just the idea of a rusty bot killer head. Is like, for those of you wondering tiers, this is the lowest tier for bot killers, but I love this kind of reckless kind of thing, like chains and shit, and kind of I like the idea of this like a pyro kind of, yeah, I don't know. I'll talk about these in a bit, but item wise, stock flamethrower for me. It's even Rusty. I very recently got my Australian bot killer, that's why it's got like no kills, 100 kills specifically. All of those strange stats were added from the beginning. So like as soon as I got this flamethrower, it had all those strange stats on it. Haven't renamed it yet. Will eventually. I'm thinking something like Goldie or something. Actually, Aaron came up with this just the other day, and it was really good. I forgot what it was. As you can tell, that once again it had a description. Actually, that's a reference to Mad Max Fury Road. Whereas I die, I come back, I live again, or something like that. This is, I light them on fire, I die, I come back, I light them on fire again. I thought that's pretty good. Point, get rid of that. So I've been using this a bit recently, but you know, Rusty will always be my main man. This right here is my iconic me pyro build. Then we have on hit 100% saltiness, the flare gun. Like once again, I'll make videos for all of this stuff individually, but the flare gun is by far my 100% favorite thing, pyro item, secondary weapon I should say. For a long time I used Flago Maximus because I was a purist. I'm like, I use vintage weapons, and then I'm like, actually I want to use strangers so I can track my shit. So that's why things like, you know, that's only 138 kills. It's like, it's getting there, but it really, if I had it from when it first came out, it would be way more. But whatever. Then I have Fuck You. It's got 522 kills. This is my Australian Max. I actually don't like the way the Australian Max looks very much in comparison to the normal, but you know, it's Australian. I think I sold my normal strange extinguisher, but you know. And for those of you wondering, yes, the extinguisher is my favourite pyro melee. Yes, I am aware that it is possibly the worst pyro melee weapon in the game, except for the Southern Volcano fragment. But I still love it, and I'll probably even make a video explaining that as well. And I'm not making a lot of video promises, but yeah, we'll see. Because I plan on making videos about each of my builds, and possibly like going over each pyro weapon as well, and the way I think of them. But listen, to put it very simply, ever since this is pretty much like the first pyro item I ever got, or one of the first, and it's just stuck with me, you know. And I love the way it looks, its design and everything. And we've been through thick and thin, me and the extinguisher, and I'll always love it and always use it. You know, I can still use it. You know, for me, it's a thing where it's like people dislike using it because it's too hard to use and it's too like situational. for me, I think that's really cool because it's a challenge now. You know, it's not an easy weapon to use. So when you can use it effectively, it makes it all that more satisfying. I don't know. It's just my logic, but you know. Then we've got hats, full light reactive. Once again, I found that in a box, which I'll put a link to a video. I actually found it during the Pyromania update, which is fucking awesome. Do not know why I called it full light reactor. I painted it white because I like the color white. I figured it looked cool. Pretty good effect too, purple energy. I mean, it's an unusual, so of course I'm going to be wearing it. But I actually thought the other day, if I didn't have this, what pyro hat would I wear? And honestly, I don't know. So I would almost say that the Brigade helmet is one of my favourite pyro hats. But you know, the last breath goes without saying. Favorite pyro mask by far. I do have the robot version, which you'd think I'd like more, but the thing that really makes me dislike it is the eyes. Ugh, looks silly. Just bleh. Not my thing. Don't like the eyes. I love the last breath because for me the last breath is. I almost want to make a video about this, but I really don't know about that. There are certain items in the game which I feel like they just work perfectly in the style, and this is one of them. I forget that the pyro sometimes he used to look like this. I'm like, oh shit, that's a pyro, right? Of course. Nope. For me, it's this, and I wouldn't change it for the world. And I've got the Lunatics levers because that's my favourite pyro vest. I don't actually think I have any others full things. I used to have a couple. I trade a lot of items around, but yeah. So there you go. That's my main pyro. As for taunts, I have the party trick. And recently acquired the pool party because I figured as a pyro main, I should get these. It's kind of one of the reasons I got the Australian flamethrower recently is because like, I'm a pyro main. I should have this shit. Okay, so going into my B build, you might notice that everything is different all of a sudden. This is my sewer pyro / pybro build. Once again, going to go into it in a different video, but you can probably guess why I have the hat on if I'm doing a sewer pyro. I have the Deus specs because I think it makes it look kind of interesting because that reflects through. And the thing is that pyrovision goggles also kind of change the way you look, but the problem is that it also makes you in Pyroland, which is not always the best thing. Once again, I think I'll talk about it in a later video. But there's a yellow-eyed kind of green monster diver man in the water, and then that's just because it's the only backpack which I think looks half decent in water, I guess. Yeah. So we've got the Grease Lightning. This is my Strange Degreaser. Once again, it's sort of new. It's because of this recent me getting into TF2 again. I'm like, I'm just gonna get a ton of strangers. So that's why, and it's the same for all these flamethrowers. That was for my new weapons video. Actually, I got that just so I could have a couple of kills with that, and that's all I did. It's got my fuel guzzler. It's only got 112. You know, think about that. That's actually got over 1,000 kills. But yeah, it's like, bleh. So it's all because it's new. It's stupid. So we got Grease Lightning. I didn't name it this. So much hair grease that you can barely hold the damn thing. It's really, really clever though. So I figured, yeah, why not? I do like the degreaser. Don't get me wrong. It's just not my favorite pyro weapon. It's just it's very effective, and you'll see it. Actually, it's in two of these builds. Sorry, I kind of gave you a sneak peek of the other two. But you know, I appreciate its value, but I really don't rely on it too much. It's not my favorite. That's all. So obviously, this build is equipped for both Sewer Pyro and Pybro because of Degreaser for quick quick switching. You got the Civic Duty Shotgun, once again, favorite shotgun. Don't need to explain it because you know people in water can be shot and also easier to find invisible spies with a shotgun than you can with a flare gun, and Annihilator, which goes without saying, really. I named it that because I'm an idiot, but I thought it was cool name. Got 217 kills, only 21 submerged enemy kills. That's a bit weird. Because I like to kill wet players. The thing is with the Neon Annihilator, people think it's only maps that have water. You realise that there are other ways to get this working. But once again, that's in my video. Blah blah blah. Yeah, and because it also removes sappers, it works. This build works really well as by rolling as well. So yeah. By the way that looks. Then we kind of got my, once again, I'm trying to go for a sort of professional build, professional pyro. I do really like the Phobos filter because it's got kind of different eyes and it looks once again kind of professional and refined. It's like really cool and dark, and I like the yellow eyes. The soot suit I love, love, love because I like suits and stuff. And the death cap's interesting because I crafted it, as you can see, and I didn't realize that it actually had like, okay, for those of you wondering what it normally looks like, you can see it there, but what it normally looks like is this. Fucking ridiculous, like what the hell. But you can change it from being, you can also make it purple, but you can make it so it's just the hat, and I'm like, oh, the hat actually looks really cool, and yeah, by itself it makes my pyro look pretty professional and cool like that. So yeah, if you can tell what this is my speedy pyro, you know, trying to do the reserve shooter, air blast them up in the air, shoot them down, because it does mini crits. This power jack for running places. This is, for those of you wondering, like, who aren't in the know with pyro things, this is usually the weapon that everyone loves the most, the power jack. I get the appeal, but it's not necessarily my thing. That's why I only got 2 kills on that, 10 kills on it, sorry. But I do appreciate running fast sometimes. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say about this build really, but I do like the kind of professional look that I have with it. This build is very centered around just the reserve shooter because, you know, it's a cool weapon and it's an interesting concept, so yeah. Then we got my final build, which is, it's 2 things. The first one is, it's the Pyroland build, it's the, you know, meet the pyro. And then it's also my kind of, how can I put it, my fake out build, I guess. So for those, I mean, most of you probably know, but like, if anyone sees you with pyrovision goggles and the ghastly gibbous, you look like a nub. You look like a noob, you know. You've never played the game before, you don't know what you're doing. And the thing is about the Rainblower and the Lollipop is it looks like they're stock reskins and only people in Pyroland can see them like this. So it's sort of my little thing for like people who aren't in Pyroland and like, oh, he looks like a noob. And it's like, nah man, I got my face melting Rainblower with over 1,000 kills. And my Lollipop, which should be streams, but fuck it, I don't care. I don't really use them much. I only do this build occasionally, like, lol, I'm fucking around. The reason it's got 1,000 kills is because I got it when it first came out, the streams version, and I was just using it for a really long time. And I do like using the Rainblower every now and then. It's not a bad weapon. I mean, it's whatever, it's fun. Yeah, and it is that kind of I'm in disguise kind of thing, and like all the free-to-players will be in the know because they can see my massive ass Rainbow. And the Scorch Shot's just going to be to do the Meet the Pyro build. It's only got 16 kills because I don't like the Shot Sword all that much, but yeah. So you can probably tell what I'm going for there. I actually, oops, this should be in, yeah, Ghastly, because isn't it that like only people only have Ghostly Gibbous nowadays? So no one actually has Ghastly Gibbous. So it's like another little nod to the fact that I've played this game for longer than you think. It's just a fun little build like that. And I also do have all the taunts, so I can confuse people like, yeah, I'm a noob, but I also have the pool party taunt. Lol. The fuck is that? Lol. But anyway, yes, that is my all of my classes in Team Fortress 2. I know this video is probably a bit long-winded and probably maybe even boring for some people, but for me, it's also kind of a thing for me to kind of log in a way. This is what my characters look like. This is what my builds look like at this time, and it's just an interesting little mark for me, you know, to show that yeah, this is what it was like at this point in time, and maybe I'll make another one in a year or so, just as comparison's sake. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I am working on other videos, particularly some that I've mentioned in this one. But they might take a bit longer. I know I said that like, oh, I'm going to try for every Sunday. We'll see. It's hard, man. It's hard. Because I've got all these series that I'm making right now. I have, because there's going to be a whole bunch of new series coming out this week, actually, on this channel and on AIM. And then I've got all my real life stuff. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm going to try. You know what? I'm trying. That's all I can say. Alright, anyway. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. I've been Ihasnotomato, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.